What is up? What is up? What is up? It's your boy Sledge from the Sledging Team, back with another episode of Sledge and Friends. And of course, it wouldn't be Sledge and Friends if I didn't have my fantastic co host, the credit card YouTuber with 139.47 credit cards. Yeah, you heard that right. 139.47 credit cards. It is the one, the only, the world renowned, world traveled, and you know she traveled freely. Key from the Key Adventures
What is
channel.
going on? Yo, I got
Let's
decimal
go.
points of cards. They don't know about it. They
They
don't
don't
know.
know.
They don't
They
know.
don't know what
Thank
is
you for the
going on,
introduction. That was
Key.
crazy. Yo, Sledge and friends. I love being in the friend gang. Let's go.
Oh man, listen. For the people that don't know you, I know everybody already know you. I mean, you world renowned. For
Right.
the people that don't know you, can you do a short, quick introduction
Yeah,
of yourself?
for sure. I know it was WrestleMania, so I'll try and keep this light without a little promo. But I am the world lightweight, heavyweight, world
Let's
East
go.
Coast champion of the credit card game.
Let's go.
My name's
Hey.
Key. I run the YouTube channel called keyKEYadventures. I do have a large number of credit cards in my collection. I'm approaching 100 this year, and I'm so excited to figure out what's going to be this 100th card for real. So, absolute pleasure to meet you. If I haven't already met you, looking forward to our conversation tonight. We got some banger information tonight, but
For
you
sure.
already know. I see you're in a hotel room, but I also want to know what you're drinking. That's how we usually start these things.
Oh man, I got a little Evans Williams 1783. Just picked up a little bottle before I came through here.
Okay,
Little
okay.
little travel bottle.
I see you. I
What you
see
got?
you.
What you got over there? I see you got on your do your research
If you
hoodie.
come on, like I can't roll up here with nothing. Come on, I got my do your research hoodie, my
Let's
merch.
go.
Merch. The
Let's
link is in
go.
Sledge's description. You know that. I'm drinking tonight some Hey Quattro or G4 Reposado tequila. So I actually really like it, as you can see. This is one that I keep going back to. Like it a lot.
Okay, yeah. You like it a lot when you had so many tequilas. You had a whole you
Yeah,
had
I
a
came back from Mexico. Well, I did travel to Mexico, and the lady at customs said, "Wow, that's a record for the most amount of brought back." You got to declare whatever. She was like, "Dang, okay, I see you."
that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we got John R. My brother John is in the building. Mike Newland is in the building. We got Lisa J. Stocks in the building. Dennis Dunn is in here. My guy with the best name on YouTube, They Hate Me, is in the building.
Hey,
My guy Rodrigo is in here. Man, listen. When you spoke on WrestleMania, hey man, listen, your boy is still a big kid.
yeah.
WrestleMania 41, got that peacock. I was all on it. I was all on it. My boy John Cena became the 17-time heavyweight champion of the
Dun,
world. You
dun,
know what I'm talking about?
dun, dun,
Hey,
dun,
you know what's
dun.
funny? John Cena got a house maybe a half a mile from me.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
from my
where I
neighborhood
live.
though. Don't be trying to claim my guy.
Yeah, no,
Don't try
I
and
know
claim
where
my
he's
guy.
originally from.
Yeah.
But he had a house like about a half hour. I seen him shopping at Publix one time.
Oh,
But
okay.
while everybody was getting they fandom on, I was
Mm-hmm.
too busy trying to check out the line and get up out of there.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I
But
wonder
yeah,
what card he paid with though, for real.
yeah, for sure.
All right, we got some other people in here. We said Lisa, we said Dennis, they hate me, Rodrigo, 0.47 credit cards. You know it. You know it.
139.47. He,
Ex-
he he ain't put the whole thing in there. He just wanted to, he was thrown off by the point 0.47. But man, it's possible. If anybody can do it, Key can do it. We got Vincent Pasquale is in the building. Man, Vincent came in and threw out a question from the gate. Vincent say, Let's put that question up here.
Okay.
Now, excuse me for the title up under my name. I have no idea
Yeah.
why that's there, and I can't get it down. So
2 weeks in a row. I had tech trouble when I was traveling. Now oh, it's contagious. It's contagious. We're gonna see.
it is good day. It's on these hotel Wi-Fi's or something.
Yeah.
All right. Vincent Pasquale asks, what do you consider to be the best practice and features of Capital One and Discover so that they complement each other?
Okay. Oh, I like that question. Oh, I like that question. That leads us into, I mean, I know we only have rough bullet points what we're about to talk about tonight, but this is a perfect talking point.
Sure. He said right into it from the title.
All right. So I did a video a little bit ago about the cards that should vanish. And each, Capital One and Discover, they both have 712 credit cards on their website a piece. So I hate to say this, but I think, in my opinion, they already complement each other. Capital One keeps it easy with, 2x on everything, 1.5x on everything, and Discover's the rotating category card. So, in my opinion, just inherently, they're already complementing each other in a pretty good way. No foreign transaction fees. A lot of the cards don't have annual fees. Those are my thoughts initially, but maybe I'll think of some other things.
You know what? I don't think, for the most part, I got a strong feeling that they're going to keep these cards completely separate, at least for the immediate future, and probably for a little while. Capital One could definitely pick up on some of Discover's customer service. They definitely could pick up on some of Discover's customer service. But at the same time, Capital One is a very efficient bank. Like we live in a day and age where we have a lot of fintechs and things like that. Mm-hmm. Whereas Capital One falls kind of under that model, but they're an established bank who's been around for I don't know how long, right?
Yeah.
So I think they could also help along with Discover with that, and also help Discover with being accepted in other countries because they're going to be such a big bank because of the merger.
Right. They're going to be a huge conglomerate. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. Discover may not be accepted in some places, but when you have this big of a footprint, some places are not going to have no choice but to fall in line with that, even if they stick with Discover's payment system, which I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? You know who's upset about this is Visa and MasterCard.
Oh, absolutely.
I know they're tight right now. I know they're so tight because Capital One credit cards, the front, they don't run on their own credit card network. In my opinion, I think it's only American Express and Discover that have their own bank, right?
Right.
So what I mean is the card, it's Capital One, but it's offered on a Visa or it's offered on a MasterCard. So you already know that's going away. The Visa and MasterCard people are tight today, knowing that this is approved.
Yeah. And even piggybacking off that again, you think about, because you travel around the world a lot. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of countries that they deal with MasterCard and Visa because they have to, but they also have companies that have their own payment network. And a lot of people are trying to get away from MasterCard and Visa because of the fees that they charge. So I think that also will help Discover in Capital One, because if they keep their fees lower than MasterCard and Visa, it's gonna be hard for anybody to stray away from that.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I think they do complement each other. I love that question though. I haven't heard that question asked before. But just inherently, just by doing this merger, I think there's going to be a lot of compliments here.
There's going to be a lot of compliments there.
Wild tequila. I drink tequila like real men drink it. Okay, tell me how real men drink it, because I don't know. I don't know. Straight from the bottle, no glass. Oh, okay, okay. No, I don't know nothing about that. I got my glass right here. I don't know anything about that.
Leo, man, that's Leo.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Tiger the Ace says, "Let's go."
Lego.
Yeah. Oh.
Cash back for sure.
You think that about Capital One?
Yeah. Capital One isn't just cash back. I know a lot of the credit cards earn cash back, but you should be utilizing that cash back. If you have a card that earns venture miles, you should be moving those points over, the cash back into venture miles. There is so much opportunity, and I realize my mic is blasting. Am I yelling?
No, you sound good.
Okay. There's so much opportunity I used it earlier this year. There was something called the James Beard Award. sponsored by Capital One. I use Capital One miles for that. It was all the local restaurants in my area that have won these really nice James Beard Awards, really nice restaurant awards. Restaurants I'd never heard of, and food I honestly normally wouldn't pay for. Pay for Capital One miles with that. The entertainment portal. There's baseball tickets on there. There's Formula E tickets. There's Formula One tickets. There's all sorts of things that you should be considering if you have these types of cards. So cashback's nice, but I don't know. I'd rather the experiences.
You know what's funny when you talk about the James Beard Award, Capital One. I went to a restaurant. I can't think of the guy's name, his last name. I know his first name is Jose, and he has a restaurant at the Waldorf Astoria in DC, but he also has a restaurant in downtown Disney. And
Jose Andres?
Jose Andres.
Okay. Yeah.
So Capital One actually had some type of offer to go to that restaurant and has special seating and discounted rate there and everything. And yeah, I went right there. I went there through my Capital One Saver card.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Man, the thing about a lot of these cards is there's so many types of offers that we miss out and we don't take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And Capital One's definitely one of those ones. I hear a lot of people talk about Chase offers.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody talks about American Express offers. Man, all of these cards have good offers. All of them have something that you probably could use.
Right. I want to take a minute to say a couple things. Both Sledge and I have together 400 cards each, or total. So I say all that to say, in the description box, there's referral links to everything we're going to talk about, whether it's these hoodies, whether it's a Capital One card, whether it's a Discover card. I'm already thinking about switching up my strategy for some of the cards I'm going to get. If you're the type of person that's maybe locked out of having a Capital One card for one reason or another, I think you should go over to Discover and see what they got going on, because eventually those are going to be the same thing. Mm-hmm. So for myself, selfishly, I'm hoping one of my Discover cards can magically turn into a Saver card on the Capital One side, because I can't get that card. I got 5 cards and they won't let me get this other one.
You can't get that one more with them.
I can't get it. Yeah, they won't let me get 6 Capital One cards.
Yeah. We were just, what's funny? We were just talking about that on the live that I had with Joe and Anthony and Jackie and, Dale and the crew.
Okay.
And that is one thing that I wish they would narrow down on with Capital One is the not being able to get the sign-up bonus. They pre-approve you for, and because the pre-approval, somehow I was able to get the Saver. Actually, at the time, it was a Saver One card. It was a Saver One with excellent credit, but I pre-approved for that thing 1,000,000 times before I actually got it. But you think about people that have they have at least good credit, right? They have at least good credit. They can get any Amex card, any Chase card, and so. And then you go over to Capital One and they're like, yeah, you can get this card, but you're not getting a sign-up bonus.
You're not getting it? Yeah.
Like, I think that's something that they also could work on right there, because at the end of the day, you might look at the Saver card and be like, you know what? I just get the Wells Fargo autograph card or whatever, and at least get a $200 sign-up bonus. When you pretty much you should have the same requirements for those type of cards. They're basically essentially the same card.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah. Someone asked about my hard inquiries. I think I saw that a second ago.
Yeah, I got it over here.
I just looked. I was looking while you were talking there. On the 3 major bureaus, if you don't know what those are, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, I have anywhere between 3 and 10. I won't get into the specifics, so not as many as you would think. I'm all about combining hard inquiries when you can and being strategic when you're signing up for cards. So that's how I've been able to have this many credit cards, but also reduce the amount of inquiries that I have. So
listen, it's not hard to find out what credit card issuer pulls from what bureau.
Exactly. And keep those joints frozen until you know.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Exactly. If you look up a card and it say it pulls from TransUnion, you can freeze Equifax and Experian. You know what I mean? So if they deny you because your bureau is frozen, then for you or what state you live in or whatever reason that they might pull from a different bureau. But for the most part, if you look those up, man, there's too many data points of too many people applying for cards for the information to be incorrect.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so
Yep.
and a lot of times all you gotta do is call and ask them. The banks
Mhm.
are definitely willing to give you more information than you think they are.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Then Dennis Dunn says
Okay.
they pay
You know,
cash. Oh yeah, I mean you can
yeah,
always
you can always do that. I would say, maybe you get the Fidelity card with that kind of attitude, or I like to set things up automatically. So think of an amount, whether it's $10, like Lisa, right? Doesn't she do a $10 a day challenge or a $5 something like
yeah
that challenge?
yeah
Pick a number and stick to it, and just have it automatically come out of your paycheck, go right to the brokerage. There's a routing number and account associated with your brokerage account. Just set it up and forget it. The
yeah
most important part is once that money is in your brokerage account, make sure you put it towards an what's it called? An equity. Don't just leave it, because then
right
it's not even a checking account at that point.
right.
It's just like money sitting on the table.
This money
So make
just
sure you
sitting
invest
there
it somewhere.
doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
It's just in that account.
Yeah. So step one, pick an amount and stick to it. Step two, once it's in the brokerage account, actually invest it in whatever you're choosing, right? I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but yeah, have to be strategic.
For sure,
100%.
for sure.
100%. Yeah,
Tiger
Dennis,
the
I
Ace.
haven't seen that name before. So nice to see you.
Who's that? Dennis Dunn or
Dennis Dunn?
Tiger
I
and the
don't think
Ace?
I've seen Dennis Dunn before.
Oh yeah, Dennis Dunn be around.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Dennis Dunn be
He's
around.
dropping these gems tonight. Three
Yeah,
Capital One cards and one Discover so far. Okay.
the Capital
That's a
One.
solid collection.
Is it the regular Discover It, Discover Chrome,
Ooh.
or which
Like
Discover is it?
Discover, because they got 37 cards on their
They
website.
do, and that's why them
Crazy.
and Capital One go get along so good.
Their website, you're just gonna be scrolling for like 3 days trying to see all the cards they got. Just keep scrolling to the bottom.
Absolutely. Let me see
How many do you have Capital One cards or not?
me.
Yeah. What you got?
Yeah, I got the old school Quicksilver.
Okay.
I got the old school Quicksilver, and I have the Venture. I have the regular Venture, the $95 Venture that I'm gonna probably either get rid of or make it back to a Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I have that card is because after 900 years, they, they let me product change from the Quicksilver. Like I wanted to, like I was trying to do it for so long, and they finally let me do it. And after they took away the 2 visits to the Capital One Lounge, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
now I don't even want the card anymore.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it
hear
makes more sense to just go back to the Quicksilver. So,
you.
but yeah, that's where I am with Capital One.
Okay. Okay. And okay. I have let me see what I got here. I have the Venture X. I have the Capital One, what is this? Spark Business. I have the Venture X Business. I have a Quicksilver, and then I have a Venture One. That's what I have.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna grab, so I already have one Discover It. I canceled one last year. I'm thinking I'm gonna grab another one.
Man, why not? Why not get the double cashback?
Double cash back for the first year and 0 months I meant, wow, 0 months, 0% APR for 15 months. Come on.
Right.
Come on now.
That's crazy. My wife has the Spark the Spark Miles. She has a Spark Miles. She has the Walmart card, which is essentially a useless card.
Mhm.
Right? The card is essentially useless. In fact, you know what? Let me take that back. It's not even Walmart no more. I think they made it back to a Quicksilver because they lost that contract with Walmart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't that move to somewhere else? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just gave you another Capital One card.
Yeah.
And the thing was because you can get better multipliers with some other cards than you could with that Walmart card. You know, unless you shopped online.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's
We got a lot of people with Capital One. I know people don't like, every time we talk about Capital One, either people don't like it or they love it. Like I like Capital One.
I don't have anything against them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have anything against them. I do think and I won't even say it's against them, is that because their rules are their rules, you know.
Mhm.
Like if everybody know about the Capital One bucket. They put you in the bucket, and that is their rules. Then it's their rules. You know what I'm saying? It's up to
The
you to
bucket
either
thing
move on.
kills me. That bucket thing kills me. People
Hey,
say you could only have 2 Capital One cards. We got people right in the chat. You know what I mean? That have way more than that. So
no,
it's
no,
like,
no, 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 no. The bucket is not about the 2 card thing.
oh, what's the bucket?
The bucket is okay. Say for instance, when you get a Capital One
Make
card.
it big, Sledge. I can't see you. Make it big. I can see
Okay, I
you.
got
Louder.
you. All right, let me get off of that. All right, so if when you enter Capital One and you working on your credit, or they think your credit isn't where they wanted to do what wanted to be, they will approve you for a card. But the credit limit on that card is going to be somewhere between 500 to 2,000. More than likely 500 to 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. My bad.
You're probably never going to get a credit limit increase. Right? Like, and when I say never, I mean never. And if
Never.
you do, you might get one. And it's not going to get you probably more than $2,000. And you're going to be stuck in that unless you apply for another card. Like they won't let you product change or anything. So, but we live with 524 rules. We live with, as they call it, Amex pop-up jail. We live with all of these rules. That's Capital One's rule. You know what I mean? Like that's their rules.
All right. Let's go back up to the screen. You were sharing something. Let's talk about what you.
Let's go back. Okay. All right. Federal regulators have approved. This is back on Capital One. Capital One's $35.3 billion acquisition of Discover Financial Services set to finalize May 18th, 2025. This merger will create listen to this. This merger will create the largest U.S. credit card issuer by loan volume with 250 billion in outstanding balances. But listen to that.
Wow.
In outstanding balances.
$250 billion of people
right.
owe.
Yes. Capital One gains access to Discover Payment Network, which we all knew that's what they were looking at.
Yeah. Capital One and Visa, Visa and MasterCard are mad that I'm not.
They mad, potentially reducing reliance on intermediaries like Visa and MasterCard. The approval comes despite opposition from consumer advocacy groups. Those consumer advocacy groups probably with MasterCard and Visa.
MasterCard and Visa, you know that. MasterCard, Visa, and probably American Express, because American Express is like, no, don't be following our model.
Right, right. But think about that. In one day, they became the largest loan issuer, with balances like that. So that could be good or bad for them. It could be both, either good or bad. Hopefully, one thing for sure, every time there's a merger, it's probably not great for the consumer.
There's going to be some bumps.
Right. But hey, we'll see what happens down the road.
Yep.
Like, we'll see what's happening down the road.
Wow.
Tanya T says, hey, Sledge and Key.
What's
Tanya,
up?
what is up?
What's up, girl?
Hey, okay, you got to discover it. So, yeah. Chaz Money Minutes in the building. Tiger the Ace say Quicksilver, Venture, and Saver. So he has 3.
Nice. I'm trying to get that Saver, Tiger. I'm trying to get one.
Hey, we got Mike in the building. If I don't stop messing this up, Mike from the Watch the Points channel. Y'all don't know Mike, man, go ahead over there and check out his channel. Hit that subscribe button while y'all over there. Man, look at all these Capital One joints in here, man.
Yeah, Capital One tonight. Love it. I love it.
Quick.
BJ's Wholesale? That's a Capital One card?
That's a Capital One card.
BJ's in my neighborhood. Okay.
That's a Capital One card.
I didn't know that.
You know what's funny is as far as wholesale clubs, like, I don't discriminate. I've had BJ's, I've had Costco, I got Sam's now. And the reason I got Sam's is because, man, Costco never have a deal on their membership, but Sam's do. Sam's have deals on their membership all the time.
Nah. You need to go on Groupon. You can get Costco membership cheap.
I can never find a deal on Costco membership. All right, let me see. Mike Newland, do you think they're gonna end up raising the regular venture annual fee? I'm gonna answer that one first.
Mhm.
If they do, I believe that would be a serious mistake, especially since they've lost benefits from that card.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, $95. Don't get me wrong; it's not a substantial annual fee, but what are you really getting for that $95? 2x. There's a lot of 2x cards out there.
That's true. Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
I
2x.
don't think so either. Here's why. I feel like Capital One and subprime go hand in hand with like people saying those words. And whether it's true or not, whatever, right? Obviously it might be because they have $250 billion in outstanding. But say all that to say, a lot of their cards are no fee or they're secured cards and things like that. So I think in order to graduate somebody, you can't just graduate them to a $300 card, $400 card. So I think $95 is going to be the sweet spot, even if the card isn't, popping. It's not comparable to some of the other $95 cards. I think it has to be in its own bucket. We're going to use their own terminology. It's going to be in their own bucket. They're not
Yeah,
worried about the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the
right,
Wells Fargo autograph shirt. They're not. They don't care about that.
right.
They don't care about that.
I agree with that. I mean, if they change, they would have to, in my opinion, they would have to change the card. Like
Right.
add some benefits to it
Yeah. No more
because
paying Jennifer Gardner because nobody. Yeah, somebody else got to come in.
yeah, like I say before, when it had at least two, it had two Capital One lounge visits per year. That was something that you got out of it,
Mhm.
And
Too
by
many
them
people use
taking that
that though.
away,
Don't be
man,
clogging up my Capital One lounges.
uh, it's okay. I told you before. The one time I was actually at the airport, and I could have had access to the Capital One lounge. They had the freaking had a waiting list, and I was just like, I'm
Yeah,
going over to the Centurion Lounge. I'm not waiting to get in the lounge.
feel
There's
that.
too many lounges in this airport. I can see if it was the airport that had, I mean, this was DFW. I
Hmm.
can see if it's an airport that has one or two lounges, but DFW has a ton of lounges in there.
Yeah, ain't no. You don't need to wait for that.
No,
Yeah,
no sense of waiting.
that's true. That's true.
But you know what's funny is I heard a lot of people say that at DFW there's often a wait, but it's like 10 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
I didn't give them a chance.
Okay.
Like I just didn't give them a chance. All right, Sean is credit. Okay, Key, I'm gonna tell you.
I got you.
Sean is credit. He might be on you with the cars.
No,
Bro
listen.
probably
Does
got
he have
like 500
0.47?
cars.
Listen, I think I got him by at least 0.47 worth. So it don't matter. We good, Sean. We good. I know Sean does have a lot of cards, though.
Sean probably applying for a car at this very second.
You know what, Sean? Let me know if you're applying for a car because these past couple of weeks, I feel like I've been applying for new cars just because we talking about stuff today. So let me know. Okay, Sean says, bad news. Discover customer service is some of the best. It will help me move some of my credit limits around to make a 10K credit line for the Venture X upgrade offer. Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's a good
possible.
point.
It's definitely possible.
That's a good point. Man, I'm just out here trying to get a saver card. I can't even. I've had this Quicksilver card burning a hole in my pocket for about a decade, and they still won't let me product change it.
Okay, now check this out. If I check my venture card, if I check my venture, keep in mind I have the venture and I have the saver. If I check my venture, the upgrade offer from the venture for me is the saver. So I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I can't get it. I go in every once in a while to see if they'll let me, and it's like, you want to change your Quicksilver to a Venture One or a Venture One to a Quicksilver? I'm like, is that even
right,
a change? Who's
right,
doing that?
right. Yeah, that's another thing. The thing is wacky when it comes to the upgrade process. Like it kind of don't make sense
It don't make no
sometimes.
sense. It don't make no sense. But two Quicksilvers, that's interesting. So there are people that have multiples of the same card. I'm not the only one out here doing that. I thought
Nope.
I might have been, but Dennis, I love when people have more than one of the same cards. I don't know why you have two Quicksilvers though, but that's all right.
And you know what's funny? At one time, I had two as well, but it
Really?
was because, like I say, when I had to restart my credit journey, Capital One was the first issuer that I had. So I had the Capital One Platinum and the Capital One Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after like, I don't know, 6 months, a year, I can't remember, they upgraded my Platinum card to a Quicksilver.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I had 2 Quicksilvers at that time,
Okay.
which I end up closing eventually.
Hmm.
My boy Nell in the building.
Oh, what's up, Nell? Yeah, I
Nell
haven't
is in
seen
the
Nell in a
building.
minute.
Yeah, man. Nell's a big proponent of Discover It, and the Discover It secured card to start your credit card journey. And I think a lot of us. I mean, I will go on a limb and say the majority of us would probably say that the Discover It is one of the best starter cards out here.
Yeah, I was just getting my autographed book by Nell right here. I was just going ahead and grabbing my autographed book by Nell because Nell's a whole author, y'all. So
Yeah, for sure,
go ahead and pick up Strategies
Man,
for
listen.
Master Credit on Amazon or
Look.
wherever you get your books from. But I got me a signed version. Thank you, sir.
Listen. Nell, though, he up there with the superstars now, man. He just skyrocketed past 20K subscribers, man. And right here live on the channel today, man. I want to say salute to you, my brother, man, because you deserve all of it, bro. Like, you deserve all of it.
Big time.
We got here.
Yeah, we moving slow on the comments. I thought I saw somebody put some time in. No, we good. Okay. Can't beat it. And they will allow you to drop interest rate with Discover.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You can ask them to lower your interest rate. I've never done it, but I've heard it.
Oh,
yeah, you can lower
like
your
a retention offer?
Yep.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that.
You know who else? Navy Federal.
Okay.
Navy Federal, year after year, and like I say, I've never done it before, but I know that with Navy Federal, you can request the real interest rate to be lowered, and not only that, you can keep asking until it's like 9%.
Oh, I love it. I love
it. As long as you keep the account active and paying and keeping them year over year, they'll let you do it.
Okay. Yeah, see, this is why you got to join these live streams. I'm always learning something from y'all, so thank you for that. I'm going to see if I can do that in the app. Let me see if that's something I can do tonight. Let me see.
I think you got to call them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Otherwise, you'd be blowing that up.
Cap will always give you another chance, for sure. They did for me. They did for me, because I totally destroyed my credit at one time, man. And Capital One was one of the issuers that was right along for the ride with me. They was on a ride when I went down, and then they was on a ride when I came back up.
Oh, shoot.
Then it does say it's a chum bucket. Fish for some credit. Hey.
Might as well.
Tiger the Ace. Sledge, you can product change with Cap now. Yeah, I told you when they let me product change too, man.
I don't have no options. I'm going to check today. I hope I got a saver card in here. Let me check. Let me check these cards.
I'm too afraid to check.
Let me see. All right. While you read
U.S. credit card. Oh, no. It's over that now, brother. It's almost 1.5 at this point.
Yeah, it's ticking up by the second.
Yeah, it's almost 1.5.
Let me see.
Hey, look. What's his name? I think DJ Bruce Wayne been drinking too, man. He think I'm Chad. He like, what?
Wait, what? Oh, that's hilarious. Or maybe he was saying hi to Chad in the chat. I don't know.
Man, he thought I was Chad. He was sipping too. It's all good. DJ Bruce Wayne, that's my guy too.
Right, hopefully you drinking tequila from the bottle, I guess.
from the bottle like Leo. All right, let me see. Pleasure to listen and watch to interact. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Transfer view offers and upgrades. Let me see. Yeah, I'm about to lose it. If I have a saver card on here today,
that'll be crazy.
Oh, I'm about to be so hyped. Let me see. Yeah, see, trash. Yeah, congrats. You're eligible for an upgrade. You can move your Venture One credit card into a Quicksilver or a Venture with a $95 annual fee. That's not an upgrade. I don't want that. I don't want that.
My boy, Texas Dog is in the building.
Man, Capital One playing me dirty. That's crazy.
Man, Capital One, they've been playing me dirty forever, but I still got love for them, though.
I love Capital One, though. They gave me my shot.
Teddy Suss. I have a Capital One Saver card that got a credit limit increase from 1,000 to 3,000. That's what's up.
That's big time. Okay.
That's what's up.
That's big time.
Yeah. Oh, how long did you have that card, Teddy, before they gave you that? And did you ask for it, or did they automatically give it to you?
I love when you log into your account and it's just like you've been. I love that. Ooh,
Man,
ooh.
they did it with my saver. Well, they did with his saver card. They did it with my saver card because they only started me with 4,000, and like within it was a very short period of time. It felt like 1 or 2 months. They gave me an extra 5,000, like so quick.
Okay. Wow,
What's the
that's a
quickest
big one.
credit limit increase you ever got? Because I think I got everybody beat here.
Yeah, you probably do. Probably American Express because there's 3 exit. Yeah, I'll just say maybe 20, 15, something like that.
No, no, no. The quickest one.
Oh, the quickest.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
The
have
quickest.
no idea. Look,
All right.
I have 612
But
cards. You think I know that? I have no clue.
listen, I'm gonna tell you why I know this. The quickest, the Apple card, right?
Oh, okay.
When I got the Apple card, they gave me 11K to start, right?
Hmm.
Before I received the card, they gave me $1,100 credit limit increase. I
That's
hadn't
so
even
very
received
strange.
the card yet.
Oh, that's so strange.
It
Okay.
was so strange. I
They
got
gave
the
you
email and I was like, what
$1,100.
the
Like, here, take this.
right? Yeah.
Uh,
I never even seen nothing like that
did you
before.
make a big purchase on it, or I'm just curious, or it was just it?
Remember, I hadn't even got the card.
I
No,
know, but you can use it on your phone or
you're
whatever.
right.
Yeah,
Now keep in mind, we talk about me. I'm the Android guy,
that's true. That's
right?
true.
I got that card. Realistically, I got that card for the channel. Right. That's why I got it. I got it just when I was before I started the channel. I got that card like right before that.
Okay.
And if for anybody that don't know the story, because you have to have an iPhone in order to get the physical card.
Let's go.
So
iPhone.
there's a company named Swapper. Swapper sells you can if you have a good phone, they verify your phone and you can sell your phone on there. So every phone that you buy from them is 100% legit. Like they're not gonna sell you nothing that's locked or anything like that.
Okay.
I went on Swapper and bought a $50 iPhone SE, like the first gen one.
You
You
got a
know that joint
throwback
like
joint.
this
Yeah.
big. But I
Oh,
got that phone just so I could get the Apple because I didn't have any other Apple
okay.
products in order to activate it.
Yep.
Like that. But
That's
yeah,
too funny.
I'm like, but you know what? That's one thing that I don't like about that either is, man, give people that card. Like, give people that card, man. That's crazy.
Everybody should have an iPhone then. You know what I'm saying?
They make sure
Or a
they make
MacBook or an
the,
iPad.
the one thing about Apple, man, like they understand marketing and they
Genius.
understand how to wrap people into their ecosystem.
For
Like
sure.
they just absolutely do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't never knock them for that. Oh, Chad said he had discovered lower his interest rate. Yeah, he had discovered.
Wow.
I knew I heard people
Wow.
talking about
That's
it.
so great.
Yeah, I thought I heard people talking about it.
Okay. Okay.
Man, look, Capital One is being represented in here today.
I see it. I love it.
What
Capital and Venture X, and everybody got a saver card but Key. That's
is up with
crazy.
that?
I'm so jealous.
Now you gotta remember, at one time, the Saver card was the hottest card on YouTube. Like everybody was getting that one.
Yeah,
Like everybody was getting.
that's true.
Jesse in the building. Jesse say Capital One used to let lower. Okay, I think they stopped doing it. Okay,
Okay.
I mean I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that it was a thing.
Okay. That's good info, though. That's good info.
For sure, man. You deserve it, man. You about to be at 30K in a minute. Look, I remember when Nell went. Remember when we was congratulating them on 12, like 12K.
Yeah.
That
He's
was
a phone
like
right
2 months
now.
ago.
Yeah.
Donnie Jimenez is in here, man.
Hey,
What is
Johnny.
going on, my brother? Tiger Ace dropping all the knowledge in here
Yeah.
today,
So
though.
much knowledge.
He is. Say
When you
when you
call him,
call him,
ask about lower interest rate or zero interest. I just did it.
he say he
Okay.
just did it.
Call him up. Call him up.
Yeah,
You know you're gonna
he
speak to
dropping so
him.
much knowledge in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he called him to do it. Yeah, sometimes, man, we got to get on the phone and talk to people. We can't always send them messages
What
through
such? You gotta do what?
there. Exactly. Sometimes we got to get on the phone and talk to people, man. Oh man, I'll tell you what happened to me today. I'm in this room. So because I've never actually stayed in this area that I'm in, I decided to, because I'm gonna be here all week. I decided to book the room for 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to book the room for 3 days. It were actually 2 nights, and if I liked it, I was gonna stay. If not, I was gonna move somewhere else.
Okay.
So I get over here now. Yesterday was one of the days, so I got a digital check-in because I stayed home and watched WrestleMania. I didn't want to drive up yesterday. I drove up today, so got a digital check-in. Get here. I go out. I'm like, oh man, it's a cool neighborhood. I can walk over here to like little restaurants over there, Starbucks right outside my window. All of this, man. I go in there to log in to check why the room why I sold out for the rest of the week. I can't even.
Oh man,
I gotta move tomorrow.
dang, it do be like that though.
I gotta move tomorrow. So when I go to work tomorrow, I gotta throw my luggage in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I done
Dang.
already booked another room. So
Okay,
man, we
okay.
got 81 people in here, man. We need to hit that like button. We need to hit that like button.
Definitely hit
Man.
that like button. I don't know what you doing if you haven't already done that.
What is wrong? I don't know.
What's going on tonight?
DJ Bruce Wayne, I have done it. He done it with the BCP Amex lowered from 14. Yeah, you know what? Amex did that for me for I think for the BBP. They did it for me for 2 cards at one time. It was never like I ever paid it, took advantage of it because I still paid the balances off.
Right.
But it was like an email.
That's nice. Nice.
Yeah, they've done it for me twice. King Sam is in the building.
What's up, King Sam?
He said he always show the cards.
That's what always showing me cards I don't want. Always.
Okay, he said he asked in the app.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm appreciative of Capital One too, man. He said, "But they suck." Hey, I appreciate him. What? He said, "Wait, I got a $50 iPhone, man. Everybody on the road with a $50 iPhone, man. See, Key, you ain't know.
I love it.
But no, really, like, I learned about Swapper because one time I had broke a phone or something, and it was going through insurance, and it was at the time that phone they couldn't give you a replacement. They had to order you a new one because it was literally like brand new at that time, and it was it was the first Galaxy Fold that I had, so they didn't replace them.
Okay.
They had this. I mean, they didn't fix it. They gave you another one.
Yeah.
So I just got on Swapper, got me a phone until they got that phone to me from whatever. But yeah, man, Swapper's a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Steven's still in the bucket.
Still in the bucket. Okay.
Still in the bucket.
It's a real thing, I guess.
Oh yeah, Apple Card definitely didn't work well for Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs supposedly lost a lot of money with Apple Card, but hey, that was them signing that bad deal with Apple.
Yeah, that's on them. Yeah, you better fix your lawyer situation. I don't know what to tell you.
Like that was them. Like I guarantee you, whoever the next issuer is, they not gonna sign that bad deal.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah,
like they wanted the Apple Card so bad, and they I mean, Apple's kind of like Amazon. They're like, we want the approvals, and Goldman Sachs didn't want to have that debt over their head.
Yeah.
We always
you have a good video. Can you tell everybody about the video you have with the Apple Card and the GMC? Is it GMC card? Am I mixing it up?
Yeah, GM MasterCard.
Yeah. Can you talk about it for a sec?
Oh yeah, okay. I got a video, and I'm gonna refresh this video. I made it a long time ago. Like I said, I got the Apple Card before I started my channel, and one of the reasons I got it is because I knew that I could get that card without getting a hard inquiry. And the same thing for the GM MasterCard. Now, I know a lot of people may not look at the GM MasterCard, but for people that do buy GM cars, that car actually has some decent benefits. And if we all know the Apple Card, you can finance for 0% APR with when you finance it, Apple products. But yeah, if you watch that video step by step, because I'm not gonna tell you how to do it doing this live, but if you watch the video step by step,
let me see if I can.
It'll tell you how to get either one of those cars without getting a hard inquiry.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find this card. Let me see. I'm at this video. Let me see. Okay, if I find it, I'll put it in the chat. But
Okay.
all right, cool. Thank you for
King
telling
Sam.
me.
Speaking of bucket, yesterday I was offered a $100 credible increase, and I 100 accepting that locks you out for 6 months. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know
I
that.
would have passed on that too.
I definitely would have passed.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. We got for the first time today. We finally got one.
Oh, hit it.
Hold on. What's going on?
Love that.
Manuel, appreciate you, brother. I hate that when they put the when you put an emoji up here or super sticker, they describe what it is instead of putting
Picture, yeah.
instead of putting a sticker. Character stretching his arms. Appreciate you, Manuel, man. You are the guy, man. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
Let me see what we got here. I was wondering what I was doing with my life. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, what are these other people doing with their life, man? Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead over and subscribe to the keyKEYadventures channel. It's not Kiki's, it's the keyKEYadventures channel. Go ahead over there and subscribe.
Thank you.
Joshua Ng says, my USB ought connect just the right. Let's go. Let's go.
I think I just got that. Let me see. I'll talk about it. Let me see. Maybe not. Pretend y'all didn't hear that.
Look, 86 people in here, man.
I love it.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Okay. We have some other things on this list. You sent me a list today.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me do that. Let me do that last. Let me do this one last.
Since I already have the American Express Gold, I wanted to downgrade the Blue Cash Preferred, but I thought I had no downgrade option since I already had the Blue Cash every day. Amex told me yesterday I can downgrade to a second Blue Cash every day. Not sure if that's known. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can have two of the same. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good info, though.
You
Good
info. Any Amex card.
Yeah,
you can have two of any Amex card. But the thing is, do you want two of those Amex cards?
That's the only thing yeah. I don't know if there's a benefit to having two of those specific cards.
Right.
But
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Here's the next topic.
I got you. Proposed 10% cap on credit card interest rates.
Ooh.
I like that. A bipartisan bill introduced by Senators Bernie Sanders of Independent out of Vermont and Josh Hawley,
yeah.
Republican out of Missouri, aims to cap credit card interest rates at 10% APR for 5 years. This proposal responds to the current average APR nearing 25%. While intended to provide relief to consumers, experts caution that something is blocking it now. So I don't know what it says, but
yeah, I don't know why it did that, but yeah.
Okay.
If we do it this way, we'll have it. Okay.
Caution that such cap could limit access to credit, particularly for higher risk borrowers. That sounds like a greedy statement at the end of that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Robbing people with 25+% interest rate. Like, what do you mean? It could be higher risk borrowers. Yeah, there's 1.5 trillion in debt.
Right.
I'd say. What are your thoughts on this one? 10% down from.
Well, I'm gonna go to the last thing that you said about them being greedy, but the reality of things is it's just like when prices go up, they never come back. So they're so used to getting those high interest off people. If it did go down, guaranteed they're gonna find a way to put other fees in there to subsidize that. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Because we're only talking about interest rates. There's all kind of fees. These companies put all kind of junk fees on us.
Foreign transaction fee, all sorts of stuff. Yeah,
all sorts of stuff. You look at when you buy, if you bought a pizza 10 years ago compared to buying a pizza now, I'm like, what are all of these fees associated with me buying this pizza?
That's true. Yeah,
You have a coupon for $19.99 for 2 pieces, and in the end of it is $30.
I was just about to say it's at least $32.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they add in so many junk fees in there, and they would do the same exact thing
Mhm.
because they're so used to getting that 25% or more. Some of these credit cards, when I was doing the This Card is Trash series, we talking about 35% interest, 35.99% on top of like $10 a month for this, plus an annual fee of 100 and something dollars for some of these cars, which gave you zero benefits.
Yeah.
Now those are the issuers that are now those are they pretty much just loan sharking
Right.
then at that point. But yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
What do you think about that? Because a lot of people are saying that it'll be the end of credit card perks and benefits. I don't think so.
Not a chance. If anything, I think it would be worse. I think people would be like, "Oh, it's only 10%," and they're just going to put more on their credit cards and not pay them off.
Mhm.
So I like it, but at the same time, there's so many ways to have 0% interest rates, whether it's from balance transferring or other types of things. Like, I would rather just teach people. I would just rather teach people more responsible ways than trying to put some caps on it. Like, I understand, but at the same time,
Yeah,
I think it would make the problem worse, to be honest.
right. Well, you're probably right. And the thing about it is, these guys. It's not often when the government is actually looking out for you,
Oh, please,
but
yeah.
they're actually thinking in a good way, but it won't turn out the way that they think that. Like I just don't think it would turn out the way that they think that it would. All right, Key.
Hmm.
What cars do you wish you applied for before they were discontinued?
Oh my
We
goodness,
got to
how
go
long
back.
you got? I think I said this last. Did I say this last week, or maybe I thought about saying it? The American Express Platinum card by Ameriprise. I should have been applying for that card every 91 days. I had one, but I didn't have multiple, and that's a shame on my part. Other
Yeah.
cards, I didn't have the Chase Sapphire Reserve when it had the 100,000 point sign up bonus. I didn't have that. So probably that. Um, hmm. Those are some cards I can think of off the top of my head right now, but I know that there's a long list. I'd have to think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, that's the thing. Some of those cars, like I probably don't think about. I probably would have picked up the altitude reserve.
Mm, okay.
Like I probably would have picked it up, but at the time, I just felt like it wasn't feasible for me at that exact time, like when they were about to discontinue it, because I knew that they were gonna do it. But yeah, I probably would have picked that card up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Some King Sam. King Sam says same thing with payday. With payday and short term loans, no interest, just a fixed monthly fee. Work out the equivalent APR. It's really high. Um, man, some of these loan things that they doing now, like
Sad.
say for instance, you see the thing with Chime where you can just because you got direct deposit with them, you can just make your payday any day. I mean, I think that's a terrible idea.
Wow.
like,
Wow.
like
That's what we out here doing.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. I just think
Yeah.
it's a
I,
for most people, it's a terrible idea
I
because
don't even know what my interest rates are.
that's
Um,
me. I don't even look at it.
Let me think. What's a card I'm gonna look up? Let me look up let me look at Capital One since we're talking about that tonight. I don't even know what my interest rates are. Um, First and foremost. Let
Oh
me
my God. My one credit card in Jamaica is about
Wow,
50%
50%.
APR.
That's crazy time.
That's
Wow.
insane.
You know you paying that joint on time. For sure.
I'm cutting that
For
thing up.
sure. I don't care what I have to do. Um, hmm. The interest rates on the statement? Where is that at?
Is it?
Oh, I got it. Yeah. I got it. Wow, they got this buried, first of all. It's on page 3 of 3.
Yeah, of course.
My interest rate on my first ever Capital One card is 24.05% interest. Woof. That's my first ever credit card, so I know it probably gets worse than that.
Oh yeah. You know
Bottom,
the thing about it.
yeah.
Now, of course, the bottom line, the bank won't give you credit card users perks if the bank loses money. But the thing is, they're not going to lose money.
They don't lose money, otherwise the card wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
no losing money. That's
They're
not an
not.
option. That's
They
not an option.
they've been working this algorithm for a long a long time,
Hmm.
a real long time. Like these guys know exactly what they're doing when they introduce these cards. First thing is they know that the majority of people don't even use the perks. You know what I mean? Like or they don't use them. They don't use them to the benefit that they could use them.
Hmm.
So and that's just pretty much anything.
Yep. Yeah.
Vincent say he agree with you. He agree with you. Promoting financial literacy at an earlier age can help more. Than man, listen, they're never gonna do it.
No,
Like,
they
they're
don't want
never
that.
gonna
Get out of
do
here. They're not going to do that.
it. Like they're never gonna do that.
You're
Like
going to have to. Oh, I think we're always going to be in a world where you have to self educate with stuff like
yeah,
this because
for sure.
it's not in their interest to teach
Yeah,
you how to not pay them. That's not in
yeah,
their interest. That's
it's
why you
not.
have people like Sledge, myself, Anthony Venture, Chad, Lisa, like all of these people on YouTube, um, trying to teach you the right way. But there's no way.
We
Who's going
got
to pay for that education? Because it ain't going to be them.
we talking about a business here. You think we in the year 2025? I'm absolutely positive that battery technology could be better than it is. But why would they make it
Why?
better?
Why? For what?
It doesn't benefit them to do it.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't because if you could just buy one battery and never buy it again, it wouldn't benefit them. You know what I mean? Like it's just a bit it's smart business. We got I heard see something about the US B. Okay. Would you
Oh,
upgrade the USB Cash Plus to the Altitude Reserve if possible?
yeah, that's what I did. That's how I got my second Altitude Reserve credit
Is
card.
it really?
But I don't think it's possible anymore. I only say
No.
that because when I called the downgrade, they
Yeah.
said you cannot change back to the Altitude Reserve credit card. So
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
what
think
I heard.
so, but call and double check. You'll have to let us know next Monday, but I don't think that's possible. But I would do that. I would. Yeah, I've done that. In fact.
Texas dog might can make it happen. So,
Yeah, you
he,
sweet talk somebody, go ahead.
he might can make it happen. All right. We got another one.
We did.
Man, I swear, the way that they put this in here, they just write the emoji out. That's so silly to me. All right. Manuel Jimenez says, I had 4,100 credit limit on my Capital One Quicksilver card. Currently have 7,002. 7,250 on my Capital One Venture card. I mean,
Yes. No
you,
bucket for you. No
yeah,
bucket.
you not in the bucket.
No bucket for
You
you.
are not in the bucket. Hey, another thing that I like about Capital One is I gotta give them props on the Capital One Cafe. Like I do. I gotta give them props on the Capital One
I
Cafe.
haven't been to one.
Man, those things they're very nice because they in the Capital One cafes because they do have banks, but they only have so many banks. They don't have a lot of banks.
Mm-hmm.
So the Capital One cafes is essentially just ATMs in there, but they have like ambassadors in there that can answer questions
Oh,
inside
okay.
of there. Right.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So, but there's no tellers or anything like that in there. There's just like a couple people standing around there that can help you. And in any Capital One card that you use, you get 50% off your drink, no matter what card it is.
I
So
like that. I like that. I mean, in my opinion, that's like a WeWork. Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
a WeWork.
it's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
they pretty cool. I've been in a couple of them. And Juan also said, but I have two Capital One Venture. He got two. Okay, and he got two Capital One Venture X cards.
Okay.
That's four Capital One cards.
Dang.
Let me see. What was the next one
Yeah,
I
we're coming up on
had?
an hour, so I just want to say
Oh, sorry.
thank you for attending, and also, what are you doing if you haven't hit the like button?
Hit the like button, man. Hit the freaking like button. Now they were just waiting until the last
Oh,
minute to
that's
hit it. That's
okay.
all.
Okay, they didn't know. They didn't know if they was like, I don't know.
All right, let me see. Credit card interest rates are expected to decline slightly.
Oh, back to back.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is I got this from CBS News.
Okay.
Following recent Federal Reserve rate cuts, average credit card APRs are projected to decrease modestly, potentially reaching around 19.8% by the end of 2025. I will definitely have to see it to believe it. However, rates remain historically high, and consumers with revolving balances will continue to face significant interest charges. Yeah,
Man. Okay, 20%. I mean, it's still though.
yeah.
Still. That's why that's why okay.
And
This is why I will always try to recommend if someone's like, what card should I get? And I know that they don't have good habits, this is why I'll always recommend an American Express charge card for this reason, because it forces some of those good habits, forces
right,
you to, to start thinking differently about, should I really be putting this on a card or not? But
that's for sure. I think if they do reduce interest rates, would they reduce them for people that they already approved? You know what I'm saying? Because you essentially already, when you hit that submit button, you essentially signed a contract that you accepted this 30% or whatever your APR is at
yeah.
that time.
Hmm.
So I don't know how many people is actually going to be helping other than the people that's getting, approved going forward. So uh, they
Okay,
can
okay.
finally experience 2005 prices with the 50%
Oh,
Capital One
at the
card.
cafe, because you get half off at the
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh
okay.
dang, man, that's 2005 prices.
I wouldn't know. I don't know nothing about
Yeah,
2000.
it gotta predate 2008 because
I
that's
don't
when
know.
everything started going
I
crazy.
don't know what price that would have been.
Let me see. Okay, in NYC, they have a few cafes
Huh.
with more on the way, except outside of New York City. I don't know where they are.
Oh, I was in Boston last week and I walked by at least 2 to 3 cafes. So I popped my head and I was like, oh, okay, that's different than I thought, because I didn't know what a Capital One cafe was. But they don't
Yeah,
have it outside of, I don't think, big cities. Like, they're just going to be in big cities.
yeah. I mean, they
They got
essentially.
like a WeWork, though. You don't even have to pay. Go in there and work, do your thing, grab
Mhm,
a 2005 price coffee or tea, and do your thing.
for sure. And if you go buy coffee in there, make sure you use Capital One.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's no other. Yeah.
Like, don't go in there trying to show off your Amex Gold card inside of there.
Nah.
Let me see. I wish I could have gotten the old city
Oh, wow, what was it called? The City Prestige.
prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city
Yeah, yeah.
prestige.
Yeah, same, honestly. Honestly. I do like my city points. I know not a lot of people talk about them, but I do love putting those bad boys to use.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, Manuel. I don't believe it either.
Yeah, they're not going to reduce no interest rates. Get out of here.
I just don't believe it. YouTube experiments. Yes, I wish I had. He said he wish he had a prestige too. City
Oh,
dividend. Oh, and the city rewards plus.
that just reminded me. You didn't tell me what cards you wish you had, but the city used to have an AT&T Access More credit card. It used to get, I think, 4x on everything online. That card, you know why that card doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, I wish I would have got one of those cards for real.
Man, AT&T card.
Yeah, AT&T Access More, I think is what it was called. Oh, the Ebates card or whatever. The Rakuten card's another one I
Yeah,
wish I
yeah,
would have
yeah.
got.
The racketing card.
Oh, I wish I would have got that joint.
Yeah.
I was too worried about my 524 status, though. I won't even lie.
I went past a Rakuten store in Japan.
Oh, really?
There's a mobile provider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a mobile provider there. They also have, they do also do I like their little store thing too, but they also a mobile provider there.
Okay. Hey,
What's going
34
on, 34
Skyline.
Skyline, man? Long time no see, my brother. Oh. FNBO had 5% gas and sporting goods cash back with the Ducks Unlimited.
That's unlimited. Throwback to that one. RIP to that card.
That's a big throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what,
FNBO.
2015, 14?
I got beef with FNBO.
What?
Man, I got big beef with FNBO.
What they do? What you do? What
Let's
you
tell
do?
the story. Let's tell the story of FNBO. FNBO, another one of them cars. I'm like, I just grabbed. It was my first 2X card, right? The Evergreen card, 2% card. My first 2% card. I scooped that up before the channel sometime. Get that one. I was, with FNBO, you can do a pre-approval. So I pre-approved for the Evergreen, whatever the Gateway,
Mhm.
and then the business Evergreen. So I grabbed the Evergreen. I'm like, I can go back and get the business whenever I feel like it. I'm gonna go back. When I go back to get it, geolocation, couldn't get it. I'm like, but I already have a card from y'all.
Dang, yeah.
Cool, whatever. I'm using this 2% card. Like I would use, like I say, it was my first 2% card, so I'm using it like crazy. I stopped using it. It only got like a $5,000. I won't say only. It has $5,000 credit limit on it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I stopped using it. Put a little small, subscription on it. I used to pay for Google storage, and the Google one thing was like $199 a month. You know what I'm saying? So when I say a small subscription, it's very small, $199. They dropped my credit limit to $500.
Oh.
500.
Ooh.
500 for not you because I wasn't using the card.
Dang.
Yes. So yeah, I had a beef with them.
I hear that. Dang.
Chad says, yeah, the one I was in downtown. I think you talk about the Capitol. We had a Capitol Lounge.
Yeah.
Capitol One Lounge. Yeah, see, I still never been in one, so I have a Discover It Gold card.
I don't know what that is. The Discover It Gold card. Okay, I see you shining.
Hey, I had to discover it before it was Discover It. Just Discover.
It wasn't
even such thing as Discover It. The old black one with the orange letters.
Okay, dang.
Yeah, Discover It is a relatively new thing, actually.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He said he's been in Discover jail for that's a new one for me. Crystal says she's been in Discover jail for 2 years, but she had the Saver, the Venture One, the Quicksilver. Okay. So I'm hoping the merger will.
Okay, yeah, maybe you'll get a Discover It or a Capital One It or whatever we're gonna call it.
Hey, they still let you get 3 cars though.
Yeah.
They still let you get 3 cars.
No Discover though. I hear that.
Oh, Chad had the record. Oh yeah, I remember Chad talking about the Rakuten card. Oh, he had the eBase card before that. I still had a physical cards at the house.
Wow.
Man, I wish I had kept all my cards. Because some of my cards, I just tossed them. Like when I was just done with them, I just tossed them.
Yeah, you know me. I send them back to whoever sends me these envelopes. So you know me. So I don't have no cards.
American Express sent me an envelope for the first time. I requested every time I've ever canceled a card, and they sent me one for the first time ever, like a couple months ago. Huh. All right, let's see here. Huh. All right, we will be wrapping up in a minute, y'all. We got an hour and 11 minutes right now. So get y'all questions in. Do you think U.S. Bank will ever bring back the premium travel card? I think so. Mm-hmm. And the reason I think that is because I think that with the Altitude Reserve, they had a good thing, and I think they made a mistake with that smartly.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna try to fix that on the end to make them some more money.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no on this. I think US Bank is now going to get in the market of trying to buy card portfolios. Like, you know how Barclays used to have Choice. Now they sold it over to Wells Fargo. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to start being that. I'm going to just take whoever don't want their card no more type people. Okay. Because I think they're like, we can't do this independently. It's clear that our analysts can't handle this.
Yeah. But because everybody shouldn't try to do everything. You know what I mean? You got to do what you're good at over there with what you do. Right. And I think that's what we go run into a problem with all of these issuers thinking they can get what we call premium cards, and everybody trying to build out a lounge network. And I mean, the airport only has so much space inside of them, right? So they can only put so many lounges in there. So I think we gonna run into that. And every time somebody get a card and it has a lounge to it, we go just assume that it's a premium card because you know what I'm saying, we associate lounge access with that. And I mean, yeah, I mean, take JetBlue card for instance, super flop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like super flop. Everybody shouldn't play in that space though. Like the space isn't for everybody. No, they should have known that though. Somebody should have got fired.
They probably did.
Yes, sir. They do. They had a ton of designs for Discover cards. I think I got like 3 of them. I think you could have 4.
Every NHL team has its own Discover card. Like that's 30 cards already, right
That's
off
crazy.
the rip. Like
that's insane.
That's off the rip.
That's insane. And they have, I think you can get 4 cards, I believe, at one time. Because I have 3 now.
Wait, Discover?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
okay.
You can get 4 designs.
Oh, yeah. They'll mail you a new card every month. They don't care. They love their postage fees.
Oh, Discover card was his first card. So he had the one. There you go. He had the one with the black with the orange letters. It was just Discover.
What does this card look like now? What do you mean? Let me see.
They have the design. They actually have design with the new one. But yeah, back in the day, it wasn't called Discover. It was just called Discover.
Just Discover.
I don't know
when
they made it Discover.
I got this right here.
With the hands on it?
With the hands, yeah. Diversity hands.
I think my favorite one is the one with my initials on it.
Okay.
The radio one.
There used to be a cassette tape.
Because they got a cassette tape.
Yeah, I like that cassette tape.
What's his name? Adam Jusko over there, the Proud Money YouTube channel. Yeah, he had that cassette tape one. He showed it pretty often.
I like that one.
Yeah, let me see. What would be your go-to business card for gas? Running 17K. Oh Lord.
Yo. Is that real?
I believe it. Rodrigo, yeah.
The American Express Business Gold?
What do you get on gas?
Is there caps on that joint? Let me see. Is there caps?
I'm gonna leave this one up to you because I don't really look at because I don't pay for gas.
It got an electric.
That's right. You don't pay.
Definitely don't pay for gas.
But EV charging and gas kind of being the same thing.
That's true, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
could y'all help us out in the comments section?
Oh yeah, I would do the American Express Business Gold. It says up to the first $150,000.
4X.
Yeah, 4X. I would do that. Or, I mean, if you don't want to pay an annual fee, then
man, you putting 17K on there, man. I think the annual fee worth it.
Or the Premier that gets flat 2% on everything. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the Business Gold. Just off the top of my head, I'd have to do some research on that one.
Man, 17K.
Are you a truck driver? That seems like truck driver or like a landscaper, maybe. I could see that.
I think I put about, man, my personal car, I probably put about $100 a year. Yeah. Man, you know what's funny is I don't even remember the last time I drove my car.
I'm like, how much do I pay a month in charging? Let me see. Let me go. Let me check it out. I was like, I don't even know how much I pay in charging because like I charge at home. I'll have to investigate. Oh, it's on my Wells Fargo card. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to investigate, but I don't get it. Landscaping. I was right. Landscaper.
Leanne, I remember seeing a Rakuten Lounge in Hawaii that was only for Japanese. That sucks. I want to go in there. I want to go in every lounge. I just want to see what every lounge looks like. I just want to at least go inside of them.
Very cool. Very cool.
Listen.
Yeah. Airport bars are a scam, in my opinion. Flat out scam.
I had the last time I went to before I started going to the lounge and everything, I went to a Mexican restaurant and whatever, I don't remember what food I got, but it was a dinner, right? And I had 2 doubles of 1,800. Those 2 doubles of 1,800 was more than my dinner. inside inside of that thing.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
Credit cards are going to start backfiring when every issuer start to do it. And everybody can't play in the same field. Like everybody got to have their own lane. That's just how business work. Everybody can't do everything. And when you do, some of those guys go out of business. Stein is in the building. What is up, everybody watching it live? We're stuck at a hotel in the Sketch area around.
Yeah, be safe out there. But get a
Be
chopped
safe,
cheese,
my
bro, for
guy.
real. Be safe. Get a chopped cheese.
Chad had it too. Chad
Oh,
said
wow.
he still got it. Man, when we bring up these old school things, man, everybody start talking about it. They all know about it.
I wasn't even alive. I don't even know.
I said the same thing. See, but that's what makes us have a good perspective.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's what makes us have a good perspective.
Amex
I
business
say,
bill for gas is
yeah.
up to $150,000 per year. So you good. You good with that.
17.
And if
Man,
you have a business, then you can write off the annual fee.
I hope that you have this in a business, man. We about 17K
17K.
in
And
there.
if you don't, go holla at me.
Oh my
We can work something out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, instead of purchasing old portfolios from other banks, USB will poach employees from successful credit card divisions of competing banks.
I mean, that's the game, right? I mean, that's every bank's goal is to poach top employees from that. But why go to US Bank when you can go to wherever else?
That's for sure.
So, yeah, I mean, that's always the move. Ink cap for 2x on everything. Yeah, that's another good one if you're into the Chase ecosystem for your gas.
Then it's done.
Yo, people love the Toyotas. People love the Toyotas.
Listen, my next car is gonna be probably a used Lexus. You know, it's the same engine as Toyota. They last for eternity. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's gonna be my. I'm never getting a car note again in my life. I'm at the point in time where like every car I buy from now on, I'm paying in full for it, and I'm just gonna drive that joint until I don't drive it no more. The car I drive now, because my job pays for my gas as long as I'm using my work car, and it's not like it's a car that's wrapped with the business name on it. It's a regular car,
right?
So I never drive my car. You know what I mean? Because I have to track the miles whenever I pay gas, so that's how they know I'm not putting gas in my own car. But yeah, I never. I don't think I've driven my car in the last 2 months.
Okay. Wow.
So I don't pay for gas.
I love that. I'm jealous.
Okay, landscaping. Yeah,
I knew it had to be truck driving, or yeah. I knew it had to be.
Yeah,
I knew it. Man, do you live around me? I need a landscaper. Okay. I have such bad allergies. As you can see, I've been rubbing my eyes the whole time.
I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah,
like
I know if Rodrigo's in my area, like you're hired. Yeah, I need a landscaper bad.
When my landscaper doing my lawn, I don't even go outside.
I can't. I have such bad allergies.
Look, if I need them, I text them. And I'm inside the house. All right. All right,
we gotta get up out of here. Oh, yeah. Super chat.
We have to get that one up real quick. Yeah, we about to shut it down in a minute. I'm gonna run through these questions. Right. Sled, the confession, I use the mobile wallet. When I ask if I'm using Capital One card, I say, of course. I use the what is that? What's the GC Forex points?
Gift card?
Go card.
Go
card for
y'all with these abbreviations. Too funny. Yeah,
that's hilarious. He get the 50% off and then he used the gold card.
Oh, I thought it was like, that's okay. Wow. Okay.
My guy.
That's a crazy hack right there.
Fire.
That's crazy.
That's fire. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. The Amex cash preferred 6% on gas.
But it's limited. It's limited. You're not gonna get up to 17K.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's out.
That's true.
You need one with a higher limit. I mean, a higher threshold than that. Also, I can't see the comments anymore. By the way, like on the screen.
I probably didn't put them.
Okay. Probably.
Oh man, what hotel lounges? Man, you know what? Hotel lounges in America so depleted. Like you go to a hotel, like even the hotels that had lounges 2 years ago, most of them don't even have them no more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Big
man,
time.
I used to always, man, like put me on that eighth floor, whatever the floor the lounge is on. Put me on that floor. Now I don't even think about it. I don't even care as much anymore. And Crystal says, does anyone have community bank bread financial cards? I have the AA. I heard the AA card was good. And the
Sure is.
bread rewards Amex. And the
Mhm.
bread rewards Amex is a two-way card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good cards. I don't have
Mhm.
the AAA card, but it's one that's definitely on the top of my list. You know, the Venmo card, that one. Like I said, another Discover It. You know, everything's on my list right now.
Oh, I love my Venmo Visa.
Yeah.
Oh, Satan, I'm pretty much Alexis loyalist. Every time I stray from the brand, I always come back. Best quality and reasonable cost of ownership. See, if I had to pay for gas because I have a Dodge Challenger, yeah, it'd be killing me. Yeah, that Challenger would be killing me. But nah,
I don't think I've ever driven in a Lexus before. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. It's smooth. It's
yeah,
safe. Okay.
yeah. And like I say, you think about it, it's actually Toyota as well. So you
That's
got
true.
to try to kill a Toyota's engine for it to ever go out.
Big
So
facts. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, so
yeah,
Toyota and Lexus are the same thing?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right, we got one more. This one on your side, Key.
Oh, snap with the music. Yeah, thank you, Bianca. Oh,
Thank you,
that was great.
Bianca.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you, Bianca. And the very last one, Genesis 12 Productions. He says he is offering the Rodrigo window earner business cards get 8x out. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Can you get some window points? Wow. 8x
Yeah,
on gas?
8x at
Yeah.
gas stations. Here's the thing though, people have a lot of issues getting Barclays cards. So while I agree with you, I would rather people consider earning transferable currency so they at least have the option to cash out what they're earning or have the option to do whatever, right? I know Rodrigo's, doing whatever with the points, but travel wise or otherwise, but I don't think I could wholeheartedly recommend a business earner. Um Unless I knew he was staying at Wyndham, but he out here landscaping, like he ain't got time for all that.
Right. Listen, 75 people in here. We about to get up out of here. Hit the freaking like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on your way in. But since we about to get up out of here, Key, you got any final words for the viewers?
Yes, I do. Let's be kind. Let's show these credit card companies and these politicians and whoever that we can have responsible habits. They don't need to drop limits, raise limits, or interest rates, excuse me. Um, let's just do the right thing. And if you don't understand what the right things are, definitely be sure to follow Sledge's channel. Definitely be sure to check out some of the videos I have on personal finance. They're not my most popular videos, but can guarantee you, it's going to get your mind on the right track there. So thank you for your time, attention. Appreciate all y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, thank y'all for being here. A lot of people stuck in there with us the whole time, man. A lot of people stuck in there with us the whole time. I dropped a video earlier today. And if nothing else, y'all go get a kick out of this one.
Okay.
It's a whole different style of video that I've ever done. I actually redid one of the lives that we did and put different captions in there. And y'all to get a kick out of that thing, man. So go run that video up. But like I always say, if y'all been here for 5 minutes, 15, 30, or the whole time, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. And we out. Do your research.
Join the membership.